Afternoon, Derek. Your amp is ready to rock and roll, my brother. Derek called me up a little bit ago and asked me to build him this amp. So the amp number you got is 1935. And Derek ordered up a 6-bill bass unit that he wanted to have. And Derek, you wanted it rigged for red. Those suckers rigged for red. Instead of doing the red LED strip down the top of the lid like I normally do, I went in here and I put super bright red LEDs. So Derek, here's a Submariner. Ruga. He wanted to be able to rig it for red, running silent. I said, I can do that for you, brother. So I took the LEDs and I canted them off at all different angles. And they're shooting right up at all the Lexan lids. So it'll shoot up the ceiling and make the ceiling red for you too. But it's got the BBI transformers in it. Yeah, we've got our 3 switchers, so we're a total of about a 90 amp worth of power supply on the inside. And yeah. I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking at the inside of this thing because, well, Derek will be able to look through the hole for the rest of his life, all the holes above it, and be able to look down and see what's going on. So let me get the lid put on this puppy, and we'll get on with the testing. Derek, we're going to rig for red. It don't look like much, right? Check this out. Well, Derek, it's nice and dark in here now. We're going to rig for red, brother. Anywho, let's get the lights back on. We'll start talking about it. Well, Derek, here, this is one thing I wanted to really make sure to cover. Now, when you flip the switch, this thing's going to go clunk. That's because of the big contactor that's down in here. Ka-thunk, 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 ka-thunk. Ka-thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk. But Budrow, your 2x6 is ready to go. Now we're going to start off with the Striker 955, which as we all know does about 80 peak watts and about 3 bird. And then we're going to hop over to the Connex, which does its full amount of bird. And that Connex provides about enough power that we can peak this puppy out. Which you're going to see about 13 to 1600 out of this thing, depending on how much drive you put into it. But we're going to work with a 1000 watt slug today in forward and PEP, 1000 watt slug in average. 5 watt slug in reverse back from the Bird 10,000 watt dummy load. We're going to use the 5 watt slug in reverse between the Striker 955 and the amplifier as always. And let's establish a baseline here. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Now, I've been told there's a mod that I can do to make that thing do more bird, which I'm going to get onto here probably later this week, and we're going to be able to overcome some of them problems. These are a pretty radio, and when they came out 2 or 3 years ago, the inside of them, I was just absolutely shocked with how well they designed it. And the problem is the radio's got all kinds of display problems with it. This one's been back 3 times. I keep a bag of finals laying around for this radio. I use this on my bench because it was a gift. I mean, the voltmeter's even off by like 0.8 of a volt. The one that I got in the Mobile, the band selector's got a cold solder joint in it. They're very temperamental. A lot of guys have had a lot of good luck with them. It is what it is. Let's get on with testing your Boxster. Okay, we're going to fire this puppy up. We're at 1 watt dead key right now. Or I key it with 1 watt worth of drive. You'll see that the needle is barely coming off of 0. Hello? BBI. BBI. BBI in the corner. Alright. Let's look at your input tune. Hello? Audio. Barely less than 1/4 of a watt coming back. It's the input on this thing is spot on. Now, Derek, you can go as high as 225, 250 watts worth of drive into this thing. I don't think it's necessary. We're going to hook up that Connex 44 to it here in just a second. And we're going to see a whole lot more power out of this. But that Connex is only doing about 120, 150 watts. And it's taking this thing almost to its peak potential. So, on that note, we'll hook up to Connex. Derek. I also want to point out that we're rigged for sideband. So you flip this switch up, you get your sideband delay. Otherwise, it's clearly just running in straight and Class B all the time, which makes it pull a little bit more current than normal, but it's all good in the hood. So Derek, let's create ourselves a little baseline here. We're going to make sure this thing's on 1X, which it is. Fire down on the radio. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. We're going to swing about 125 peak watts into it. And we're going to put about 45 bird into it. 50 bird, which will translate to just roughly about 400 bird on the other side. So we're getting our good 10 to 1 factor out of it. Why'd I do that? We'll start out on 1X here. We're going to fire up the box. We'll throw ourselves a nice little dead key here. Hello, got down audio. Right over into the corner. Let's go ahead and go on up to 2X, Derek. Show you where you're running at here, bud. Hello. 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 BBI. BBI. Hello. So we're getting over there to a 1500 watt mark relatively easy, and it's just holding right on to it. But that's only with 120 watts of drive. You can hit it a little bit harder than that. You get a little bit more performance out of it. It's not really necessary. Derek, you're right, you're tight, you're ready to go, bud. I'm going to box this puppy up and it's in the mail to you today. So I got to hustle. EPS closes here in just a little bit. My name is BBI. Without a shadow of a doubt, I'm the biggest mud duck in Idaho, and I want to thank every one of you guys. I appreciate you. I enjoy getting to do these videos. I enjoy getting to do these builds. And Derek, I thank you for your patience. I thank you for your patience. I thank you for your patience, bud. But you're done, and it's on its way to you. Come check us out, www.bbiamps.com. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, obviously. Please subscribe. We'll see you guys. Bye. Hope you guys didn't run away. Hey, Derek, I couldn't help but notice when I was shooting the extra for your video that I keyed down and the LEDs are blinking. And I'm like, man, there's something wrong. So I popped the cabinet back open. And this little switching unit is Deadzo. So everything that we were testing in that last video was running on 2 switchers. But we replaced that unit, and I want to show you something, Derek. This is with the Connex hitting it. Hello, audio. Same amount of drive, and now we're easily achieving 400 plus bird, and we picked up over 120 watts on peak output power. Hello, audio. That's the way this thing should be working. There is an advantage to being a one-man band and testing everything yourself and backing it up with video bona fides. Just saying. Just out of the corner of my eye, I could see the LED blinking, and I went, oh, that's no good. Derek, this thing's rock solid, brother. It's out the door to you. I am the biggest one-man band in the amp building business, and the largest repair shop on earth, bar none, for amplifiers. And it has taken a lot of hard work, and I've put up with everybody and their brother attacking me, tearing me down, and trying to come at me. But today, because I'm a one-man band and I test everything myself, we're able to save the customer from a big giant headache and an amp trip back home. And I just want this thing to be perfect for this guy. I want to be able to hook it up and be able to run it and never have to worry none about it. And we're there. Derek, I'm going to put the tin on it for you, bud, and it's out the door. My name is BBI. I'll see ya. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe again.